Did you need something, or were you just going to stand there and watch? Hello. How did your survey of the immediate area go? Good, good. Yes, I have not perceived any immediate dangers either. I think we should be safe camping here for the night. Now, who's on first watch? Ah, good. They have a keen eye when it comes to sensing danger, don't they? Excellent, excellent. Well, you may inform them that I will take the second watch. They may wake me up when it is time. Good. Oh, did you need something else? Oh, well, I was just about to make some tea, actually. Yes, I suppose it's a little bit much just to make a quick cup of tea. You see, this is a tea ceremony practiced by my people. It's been passed down for many, many generations. It's steeped in tradition and meaning, I suppose. You see, there's tea that you make just when you're thirsty and you want to drink something. But then there's tea from a tea ceremony. And it's less about just quenching your thirst and more about the process of making the tea. It's almost, in a sense, a meditation. Mm-hmm. Would you like to watch? Of course. Yes, I don't mind at all. You know, there are few things in life that are more pleasant than enjoying a nice cup of tea. But one of them is sharing a nice cup of tea with someone else. And I do happen to have 2 cups. So, can use both of these for our ceremony today. Not very fancy. But then again, the best tea tastes the same in the finest porcelain or in a tin cup. Of course, this isn't tin, this is iron. Forged to be very, very durable. Necessary in a life of adventuring, of course. Can't necessarily carry porcelain with you. That's the simplicity of them. It's almost beautiful in its own way. It doesn't need to be fancy to serve a purpose. And it doesn't need to be highly decorated to be meaningful. There we are. Now, before I actually begin making the tea, I like to center myself. That's why I was meditating when you walked up. And clear the space a little bit as well. Would you like to watch that too? Sure, of course. Let's see, there you are. I'll start with some of this. I think we'll do this one today. There we are. Perfect. This is an incense cone. This one is Palo Santo. It's a very earthy, woody, sort of warm scent. Yeah, give it a sniff if you'd like. It's nice, isn't it? Very calming. Palo Santo has been used for generations and generations as a cleanser, as an aid in spiritual practices and in purifying a space or a soul. It's a very centering scent. breathe in this lovely scent. We can set that between us. Let the smoke purify this place and our own, perhaps troubled souls. Cleansing away any sort of negative energies that may be affecting us. Ushering in a sense of calm. Put that right there. There we are. Now I also like to set out this beautiful crystal. This is a labradorite crystal. It's got lovely shades of greens, gray, and black. Catches the light beautifully. And this one has been carved into the shape of a moon and a sun. Opposites, and yet two parts of a whole. The feminine, mysterious, spiritual energy of the moon, and the strong, masculine energy of the sun. Very, very different, and yet we need both. And both of them can speak to us in different ways. There we are. Now, time for the tea. Well, for the first part of the tea, at least. This is one of my favorite blends. It's an herbal tea with hibiscus and orange peel and roses. Excellent for, again, helping to cleanse and center your soul, as well as open up your mind to the world of the spiritual. Now we'll start out by just taking a little bit of this tea, placing it in a bowl here, and letting it breathe for a little while. You don't need all that much tea. Not when it's good tea and when it's prepared correctly. There. And just one more scoop, I think, for the two of us. There we are. Good. There. See all those lovely ingredients in there? You can tell exactly what they are. Let that sit and breathe while we prepare our vessels. Now, before we actually start, I like to wash everything first. So I've got my teapot. It's been sitting in the fire for a while. I'm going to take just a little bit of the water from here and pour it into a basin over here. just use some of that warm water to clean the cups. There. Now, of course, I do clean the cups after each use, so it's not as though they are particularly dirty. It's more a symbol, purifying them from anything that may be affecting them, just like we purify ourselves, anything that we may be bringing in, any negativity, any tension, any stress. There. I already cleaned my teapot before I put it in the fire, so that should be good and cleansed now. Alright. Now my teapot here, it's also made from iron. Quite sturdy. It has to be, living the life of an adventurer, a traveler, doesn't it? Quite sturdy. Warm to the touch on the outside now, of course. But it's also got a grate in here that will help to keep the leaves out of the tea while it's brewing. Add that into the warm water. There. Stir it just a little. Start to get it steeping. Now there's quite a debate about how long a tea should steep. Back in my village it was quite a topic of interest. Depending on what kind of tea and just your taste preferences, really any time between 30 seconds to about 5 minutes or so is acceptable. With this one, I like to give it a little bit longer in that range, just to make sure that the flavors have time to really combine. And as we wait for that, we can clean our plate as well. This is the tray where I will put the cups to serve the tea. We have it. Just gently clean that as well. Remove any impurities, any dust of the road, so to speak. Should be good and clean now. Perfect place for us to put our cups. One for you. And one for me. crystal on here as well. There. Perfect. Ready for our tea, which should be just about ready to pour, I would think. A lovely color, and a lovely aroma as well. Here we are. Now, in a tea ceremony, you always pour the cup of your guest first. There we are. This shows respect and patience as well. Now, why don't you take your cup? See how you like that. Now, this is a tea that is meant for sipping. Just a little. How do you like it? Good, good. Back in my village, sometimes the tea ceremony would take the better part of a day before you actually get to enjoy the tea. I did an abridged version, I suppose, for you. Seeing as it is almost sundown. Probably shouldn't take hours and hours to do it. It's been a long time since I've been back home to my village. Oh, well, I suppose it's a bit of a long story. I wouldn't want to bore you. Oh, well. Let's see, where to begin? My village is a rather small, secluded, but very powerful village. We, for the most part, take care of ourselves. Quite good at looking after our own, growing our own food. Everything that we needed was within our village. Over the years, I became something of a leader, able to handle disputes, things of that nature. And the elders of my village, they saw fit to bestow upon me a very high honor of becoming a guardian. See, you undergo a ritual that allows you to call upon the powers of previous guardians to help protect the village. It also changes your appearance a bit, as you can tell. Even by elf standards, I'm a bit strange looking, I suppose. And I served that way for many years, until one day there was an advisor in our village who sought to make a deal with people outside of our village. He took advantage of our strength, our magical items, and really betrayed us all. And in my unfortunate bout of rage, I ended up ending his life. Which, I mean, could be said that justice was served. But all the same, I was labeled a kinslayer. And the elders, in their wisdom, banished me. It is what it is. That's one of the reasons why I do meditate, spend time in nature, enjoy tea ceremonies. It's a way to help keep control of that power. It's a lovely flavor, this tea. Quite floral, but very light still. Not too heavy, or, sometimes floral can be a bit unpleasant if it's too strong, but Just a very nice balance of flavors. The citrus in there as well helps to just give a little bit of zest, a bit of interest to it. Are you enjoying your tea? Good, good. Oh, well, you're welcome. I'm glad that my strength, my gifts can still be used to help someone. Maybe not in my village anymore, as was their original intention, but at least living the life of an adventurer, being able to help other adventurers such as yourself, I can lend my power to a good cause. I'm glad to help. Well, I do believe the sun will be setting quite soon. We should probably get back to camp, shouldn't we? Get that fire going and help set up for the evening meal, yes? Yes. Well, thank you for coming to see me, for sharing in my ceremony. As I said, it's always more enjoyable to enjoy something with a friend. All right, well, you head on out. I've got to clean up and put everything away, but I'll be there shortly, all right? All right. Thank you again. It was lovely to get to chat a little bit, share something that means so much to me. All right. I'll see you in a bit.